So, thank you all for coming to this presentation of this bullshit show called Akikan. My name is Martin. This is my brother Paul. We host the show called What Did I Just Watch? We're on iTunes and Stitcher. Now what we do is we find, I like to call them weird movies. They need to have weird descriptions. And they're usually bottom of the barrel. And sometimes we throw in the occasional thing like, well, we just dropped the Serbian film 2 days ago.
Why would you do that first?
I did not participate in that podcast. I couldn't take it. That was the worst.
I don't blame you.
I...
Too much.
Yeah, it's awful.
There is no description that I can give you that will make you look at me like less of a human being. So I'm not even going to answer that.
I'm his brother, and I think he's less of a human being for making me watch that fucking movie.
Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
So normally we bring our buddy Charlie with us. He's the third person, but unfortunately he told us we had to go, or he couldn't come today. So
It's his birthday or some bullshit. He's got to go out with his family and his wife, I guess. You know, priorities.
And I'm not saying we didn't bring him behind the studio and put a bullet in the back of the head, but what I am saying is that we do have an opening on our panel.
You need a guest star?
You'll be up here 5 seconds, you'll be like,
No.
you guys, no, fuck you. Go
Not
away.
helping you
Go
guys
away.
out.
So yeah, we're based in Boston. We're a small podcast. We're trying to grow, and that's why we come to panels like this and try to present.
That.
Shit. Would you mind shutting that door? I'm going to use a lot of bad language.
We got 2 more people coming.
Oh, sure, as soon as they get
We
here.
will try not to drop F-bombs in the 10 seconds it takes for them to come
Fuck.
to the door.
Fuck, damn it.
Fuck you, Paul. Jesus Christ. We're going to get kicked the hell out of here before our panel's even over.
And I miss World. There's some seats over here. Sweet.
So, for anyone who doesn't know what this show is, it's supposed to be about cans that, when sipped, turn into human beings who must fight the opposite type of can, so one's aluminum, one's steel, to find out which can is going to be the one sold in Japan.
Wow.
That is what they say. That is a fucking lie.
Really?
I didn't know the show had a plot.
You are absolutely right. That's why I'm sure somebody...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They certainly try to have a plot, I think, sometimes.
They put 3 chimps in front of a typewriter and then use like one of those codex things. Like, okay, can we take any words? All right, that fucking makes sense. Cans, Japan, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking words.
Right, is it English, right?
Yes. Yes. So, how many of you guys like Akikan?
Okay, no, we're not going to shame you much.
How many of you like being fucking wrong?
To be fair, we've only watched 2 episodes, and that was Thursday night when we saw them. Okay.
Oh, right on. No,
Right on.
I'm the good cop here.
We saw the description, we were like, what?
Why would they do that?
Yeah. Now, we all know anime can be weird, but then it crosses a line where it just goes way beyond that. Now, for the first prize of the night, I want you guys to take a long look at that picture. Which one is the pedophile?
It's one of those where I don't know which one it is.
Yeah,
Uh-oh, I think...
saw you first.
God, that one.
Yeah.
What do you got?
The one that looks like a businesswoman.
Yep.
What do we got?
First prize. Let's see. What do we want to get? Do you like Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah.
Come on. I'd like a Goomba.
Boom! That is the pedophile, everybody. That gentleman up there.
Girl can. It's just obvious.
That man tosses a lot of cans,
He sure
obviously.
does.
Oh, Jesus.
It's an euphemism, I guess.
Euphemism, guys.
Yum.
It's okay, we're not saying it's a penis.
Are you really?
No, we're not.
I thought I tried. I'm just a man. I can make mistakes myself. So, most people here are sensible human beings and don't like this show. I guess apparently, above average, most people do like this show, like 6.0 on IMDb.
Wow.
Oh, come on. Everything below 7 is garbage and you know it.
No,
There's some gems at 6.
everything
2 or
below
3.
7, even if I enjoy, I can't justify. I'm not going to
That's
say
still a little
that.
high for Akikan, though.
Not quite as high as 4 out of 5 stars on Amazon.com.
Yup.
5 out of 6 reviewers.
Yep, I know, but that's still 6 people.
That's still an average, damn it.
6
people must be
Four
very
of them,
brain
four of them could have, worked for whatever.
But you will all be happy to know that our friends at Rotten Tomatoes refuse to believe that this shit even exists.
Go Rotten Tomatoes.
Good job, Robin.
So, for the next prize, out of those 6 reviews, how many of them are 5 stars? I'm going to go with you first.
I'll say 4 of them.
4? 4? Over here. 5? 5 5-star reviews.
Wow.
No, that's what you're saying. Okay. 3.
I think.
You in the back.
6.
All 6 are 5-star
Oh,
reviews.
6 of them. Wow.
4 out of 5 stars. Somehow all 6 are 5 stars.
The sun, no.
I'm gonna say 1. Just one person.
1.
There's always that one guy, and you're like, that was amazing.
Do you like fucking Metal Gear Solid?
No, but I'll take it anyway.
No.
Wind Waker?
I'll take Wind Waker. But wait, how many
Actually, do you have a record player? No? Alright, fine, fuck it. You'll win this t-shirt then.
Alright.
Just so you know, we work at a t-shirt company.
Awesome. Now you have another T-shirt to add to the T-shirt code.
By the way, all these prizes are provided by Nerdbox, so if anyone has any problems, you can't blame me.
Take that free plug, Nerdbox.
Yeah. Well, it's legit. That's where our prizes come from.
Please give us free shit, Nerdbox.
So yes, there's the breakdown. Most people who see the show are like, this is awesome, but we gotta tone it back.
And then there's too smart.
So let's run through some themes of Akikan. Paul, why don't you take us through maybe the first 6 episodes, which I would consider the first arc.
Boy, oh boy. Well, I mean, I guess it's at what was the name of the main character?
I actually forgot the name because in the
We're so prepared.
In the 4 weeks since we did this show in Erie, Pennsylvania, I forgot most of the fucking
Well,
names.
the main character first meets
Kakaroto.
Generic.
Kakaro. Yes, generic.
generic for type.
That.
Fuck Nick McQueen.
Yes.
Let's give all new names. All new names for everybody.
Perfect.
Exactly.
It's the first introduction of like the green one named Melon, just named after the melon soda.
Because
Sure.
yeah.
It's kind of it goes through your first typical harem anime beats. Like you first introducing the first like couple girls. There's one that's like the blue haired girl on the left. There is the one that he goes to school with, I believe, and who he is an actual human being, I believe. And I guess her and Melon are kind of like the first 2 in a love triangle. I think it eventually turns into a more than a triangle. Yeah.
They really, including a person in the OVA, which Paul was very disturbed about, where they portray a 10-year-old girl as a sexual object.
Yeah, that was definitely. They definitely kind of went that route at the end. It wasn't really not my bag. Especially in a there was like a special episode that I couldn't get past like the first 5 minutes of it because it was
a typical Hot Springs episode.
Yeah, the Hot Springs episode, and then like all the girls were in towels, and I'm like, okay, I guess this is a 16-year-old fantasy, and then the little girl is in her towel too. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, turn this shit off. Couldn't deal with that noise.
There's a point, and you know what? I understand fan service. People want to see naked people. Unfortunately, we're talking about 16-year-olds, which is actually why I made this panel 16 plus instead of 18 plus, despite the fact of how many times I'm going to drop the F-bomb.
Yeah.
There is a point, there is a line, you just have to understand you can't cross. Fan service for 16-year-olds is called child pornography. And that's the thing. Should I run into should we just face it head on, the Japanese and their history of child pornography?
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, especially if it comes to some of this stuff in this anime.
Because a lot of people, when they see a lot of anime, and you'll often have 16-year-olds portrayed in maybe sexual ways, I understand, and that's what's titillating. When your core audience is a teenager whose hormones are going off the walls, these harem animes, or any animes where there's like these love triangles, is very tantalizing. You have all these emotions going free. But despite that, you can't say that your culture, just because it's had a history of showing underage girls in provocative poses, that is not a good argument for why it should exist. Especially when the country knows that it's a bad thing and does it anyway.
That was,
We're about to get into
We'll get
that.
into
So
that.
in the United States, as the last child pornography case ended around 1983. Last one, no excuses. Done. When do you think, and I'll give a fucking prize for this, when do you think the year where they said child pornography cannot be produced in Japan?
Last year?
Hold on, first,
was it?
produced. Where they finally said, okay, maybe this isn't a good idea, but you can't produce it here, because before that, Japan was one of the highest producers of child pornography.
Oh, okay. It was 2 years ago that you couldn't buy it. It was last year.
I'll give you a prize for that, because that was the next fucking question.
Was it this year?
No, that's when they finally banned, in 2014, they banned the actual ability to have it. So you can't have it in your home, you can't say, for example, when I mentioned that 1983 case, that was like if somebody would have said, by First Amendment, I can have it, it's freedom of speech. They said, no.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
No, you creepy son of a bitch, go to jail. That was in 2014, Japan finally said, you know what, we probably can't have it.
That's a good line to get behind.
But when did they ban it? When did they say you can't produce it anymore?
I want to say 06.
Oh, I'm going to give Japan a little bit of credit. It was before that.
2004?
Who said 2000? I'm going to give it to you because that's the closest. 1999.
That was going to be my next guess.
Yeah.
Over 10 years after just about everyone said child pornography is wrong, Japan was like,
Let's give it a couple. Let's give it another decade.
And that's the thing. When your country makes that statement, you should maybe say, okay, maybe we don't want our culture to be a part of this. Maybe we shouldn't show panty shots of fucking 16-year-olds. So when you have an anime like this made in 2009, I'm not going to say it's a part of your fucking culture. I'm going to say that's a goddamn tragedy.
I will add also, they did have panty shots with the 10-year-old that I was talking about earlier. That was a no-no, man. You can't have that shit.
Also, when these girls come out, by the way, let me give this guy something.
Yeah, give this guy, come on. I got something. I know, right? That's what everybody's like waiting for. For a surprise.
Do you like South Park?
South Park?
No. Okay.
He said he had a record player, right? He has a record player.
Oh, you have a record player?
He has a record player.
I have here a limited printing of 2 songs on a 7-inch from Galaxy.
It's something. You listen to some tunes on your record player.
Honestly, even if you're not a fan of the game or the soundtrack, it's something pretty. It's got some good artwork on it. That's even a good thing to put up on your wall. So yeah, we have a problem with Akikan that goes beyond how dumb it is.
Sorry, that's just my thing.
And the thing about this show is that if I were to give you a plot-by-plot synopsis of the episodes, it's fucking boring.
Yeah.
The plot is supposed to be kids fighting each other.
I think there's like 4 fights altogether in the entire series, all the way from start to finish.
Most of it is just them going to high school.
Episodes of the series.
12.
Is that including the
No, 13 with the
hot
OVA.
string episode?
But still, that's 12 episodes where nothing fucking happens. I mean, you get like a kind of a fight between the grape and melon at the very beginning.
Yeah, is that like the first or second episode that happens?
Yeah, so
but like the little girl is like just trying to find like, what was it? She's trying to find other cans, and then she has her owner is another little girl, and then since she's a little girl, she's like, oh, I love to have fun, and just fucks off before any kind of real fighting happens.
And then in between them going to school, the pederast and his fucking sidekick there, the other woman in the business suit, they come and they tell them about the Akikan elect, which is where they're supposed to find other Akikan of the opposite kind and basically kill them. Which, okay, that creates some tension. You have these moments where it's like, oh my goodness, is there going to be a fight coming? I mean, the answer is no, but
They build up tension to nothing.
they build up nothing. When they finally see each other, they become friends, kind of.
I guess.
Would you call them friends?
Well, the two people there.
We got a reviewer that we'll get to who definitely thinks they're fucking friends. But, so when you go over something like this, you have to think, who created this? What psychopath thought that this would be a great anime that everyone would enjoy? Well, his name is Rico Ranjo. And you might say, why did you just bring up that slide? Why didn't you go to the obvious Wikipedia entry that explains everything about this guy's life?
It was It's a light novel first.
I should clarify that. Let me give you a prize. I'm forgetting about everyone. Good thing I brought prizes. Wait, do you like Evolve or Silver? Metal Gear Solid. How about Portal?
Portal's cool.
There you go.
I brought all the wrong goddamn prizes. Hey, do you like this? No, fuck you. Awful human being. How dare you bring prizes I don't like?
Give me the prizes, I don't care.
I got a chicken.
She did get a chicken. So yes, this is the man who thought up this idea because this was a manga first. It was produced in America by a company called Bainsprays, which is licensed to Sentai Filmworks for distribution. So basically, after this guy made this, a corporate entity just decided, fuck it. That's literally the whole story. I tried looking for more, but no, that's all there really is. Just like this guy, I want to know why this guy wrote this.
Yeah, who is he? Oh, we don't know.
This is his Wikipedia page. So I scoured the internet. I put his name into everything I could find, including WordPress.
Nope. Who is he?
Our friends at the Anime Film Network told us that he's a pâtissier, which means that before he wrote this, he basically made fucking cakes and cannolis.
Wow.
And he did win the Super Dash Novel Rookie of the Year Award.
Yay!
Let's give him a round of applause for that one. Yeah, kind of.
He sort of got it.
He won it. He won an honorable mention in 2005.
Yeah.
And this is and as you can see, in 2007 they didn't even award a grand prize, and then they just kind of
fizzled out.
So yeah, you gonna say something? Do you know more about Rico Rancho? Where is it? His family really needs to know. We have not found this man.
No, most that I know about him is that he's written some pretty nasty stuff.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I mean, of course he did. He won that fucking thing that I just had up on there that had a big...
Besides this, I only know that, you know how Kota Hirano used to write some pretty, nasty stuff back in the day?
Let's assume
we know that, yep.
If you said Alan Moore, I would be more on board.
Okay, Kota Hirano is the creator of Hellsing. He used to write hentai before he wrote Hellsing.
Wow.
Same kind of...
Same deal.
Actually, I can definitely follow that. So if any of you want to be writers in Japan, there's your career path.
Hentai? Regular shit.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And I know a good Chinese supermarket where you can buy octopus. So if you want directions, I'll give them to you. But before we get into just how awful there is, do you want to describe the last two episodes compared to the first fucking...
It's almost as if the entire anime should have been those last two episodes. I mean, it wasn't... Or anything at all. I mean, it went to an Akikan that was sort of killing all the other Akikan and getting all their powers. That's kind of a typical villain power. But then it just
anime. It felt like an anime.
It actually started feeling like an anime.
There were stakes involved. You have characters, which granted took 8 boring episodes to finally know who they were. And then you introduce a new character who throws everything in the mix and actually starts killing people. It's interesting. This is what you want. And it took the last 2 episodes. And then just in true Akikan fashion, it fucked it up.
Completely fucked it up.
Was it the pedophile?
No,
he plays a part in fucking the anime up. Just a small, not an integral role.
Did the villain join the harem?
Yes.
Almost. We'll get to that.
Oh, man.
With the power of friendship, we are cans.
That's how
That's
they
a
defeat
interesting
everybody.
crossover.
So, yes, you have this Akikan who does not have an owner, and that's a big deal. And as the episode progresses, Fuckstick McQueen there, he completely starts losing some of his friends, and that's how the first episode ends. And then it starts with a new episode. They finally figure out her weakness, as you do. I mean, this is your character arc. And then you find out where this person's owner is. Now, from episodes 1 all the way to, well, actually, it's every episode.
Yeah, it is every episode you see that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I thought there was one where there wasn't.
No, I'm really positive it was every single episode.
There is a cat on the roof that you're always like, why do they keep showing this cat?
It's doing silly things.
Guess who owns that can?
Fucking cat.
Fucking cat. This is the big twist of Akikan. This is like M. Night Shyamalan territory. That's where this fucking goes.
She does better than that.
Oh.
I just saw The Visit. I disagree.
I'd say it's on the level.
So, well, I mean, he did make 3 good movies. Granted, they didn't have any octopuses raping people, but...
What are those three?
Jesus.
I can't.
What are those three?
Well, sorry?
What are those three?
I like Signs.
Okay.
You're
I figured
okay
you
with
caught
Sixth
it.
Sense, Unbreakable Signs.
Alright.
Signs is good if you think of them as demons.
Signs alright.
Village is good.
I mean, that was probably about... Well, the village is weird.
No, the
I didn't like it.
Okay, this is not about M. Night Shyamalan.
hold on, we can go on fucking tangents. This is my goddamn show, asshole. You're gonna tell me what the fuck I'm gonna...
Oh,
talk about
I'm
M. Night
sorry.
Shyamalan for a second.
Don't beat me, Martin. Not again.
I'll take you behind the shed and put you down just like Charlie, you motherfucker.
Charlie. I miss him.
I miss a kidney.
Yeah, you know, that's not fun. I'm not gonna talk about M. Night Shyamalan anymore. Instead, why don't we check out some of this hilarious series?
It's hilarious, guys. It's so
This one's for
funny.
you guys in the back who said that you liked it, which is a big mistake.
We had someone at the last panel who loved it. He regretted it.
Oh, yeah.
No one's innocent in this. Oh boy.
I'm going to introduce you to the humor of the show. This is 95% of what you're going to see.
Awesome.
By the way, there's the cat.
やっぱりそうだ。
何がやっぱりなのよ。
俺なりに調べた結果、空き缶エレクトについて新たな事実が判明した。
本当？どんなこと？
聞いて驚け。いいか、エレクトとは英語で勃起を指すんだ。
勃起って何？
日本ではこれからその規則が今までのほど重要視されている。
その勃起と空き缶って関係なさそうよね。
勃起を甘く見るといいタイミングだぞ。
なんかつまんないからジュース買ってくる。
ちょっと待て。
Blah.
So,
Yeah.
Creepy,
Okay.
rapey sex humor?
yes, this is the majority of the show. Now, it's
That.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed. That was supposed. That I know that was his fist, but we all know what that was supposed to be. A penis.
Are all the characters that perverse?
Are all
I think it's really mostly him.
Mostly him. The show is mostly him.
Are all of them that badly drawn?
Yes.
Yes, it's pretty bad.
Which we'll get into a little bit, but
I think someone mentioned that at the last one. Like the art was like,
I mean it's passable.
I guess.
There was that scandal where things were being released and they weren't properly drawn until they were put out onto the DVDs. I'm hoping that's what this is.
Do you remember how I said how this is basically a corporate entity that just said, okay, we need to throw out something?
That's probably.
I'm pretty sure that's why this looks like this. This was outsourced to the lowest bidder.
So Rico Ranjo.
I'd love to tell you more about the production of this, but Rico Rancho knows everything. So seriously, if you know what Rico Rancho is, please tell me. His family's worried.
He owes back money.
Oh, if only he owed money to Uncle Sam, they'll fucking find him. So imagine most of the show is that. Not cans fighting, not tension, awkward sexual humor aimed at teenagers. And if you know what, let's just get this done.
Is
Get
there
this over
any
with.
awkward sexual humor that...
そんなにすごいか。
素人のこいつらにいろいろ教えてやるよ、メロン先生。
Sorry for your viewers, guys.
はーい。メロン先生、セ・リーグとパ・リーグってどういう意味ですか？ダメね。そんなことも知らないなんて。いい？セ・リーグはセンツリーグ、パ・リーグはサイズリーグの略よ。
Boo!
That was quite...
Basically, her owner is teaching her the wrong, terminology for everything. It's obviously horribly sexual. And no, there isn't much aside from awkward sexual humor in this show.
And what I'm also going to bring up is that this show does not care about continuity, and it's one of those things where it really starts to grind on you as you're watching episode after episode of this. So she knows he's a pervert. after that erection thing, of course she fucking left, because if someone did that to you, you'd want to get as far away from them as humanly possible as well. But for some strange reason, this is episode 6. She didn't learn her lesson. At what point is she like, no, that erection thing, that's way too much. Oh, but baseball teams are tit fucking? It doesn't make any goddamn sense, and there's a lot of this that goes on throughout the show. So not only is it...
She also claims to know a lot about baseball, by the way.
Yeah, she spends most of her time watching baseball.
Yeah.
Isn't that an interesting character development, guys? This guy's fucking yawning. He knows it's terrible.
Yeah, I can't agree more.
He's like, oh, baseball. You guys come from Boston, you probably talk about the Red Sox all the time.
No, we don't.
Charlie does.
Charlie would, yeah, if he were here, but he's not, so we're not.
Rest in peace, Charlie.
Yeah, you're dead, right? I mean, you're not dead. You're fine.
Charlie's totally not dead, by the way. Applications will be on your way out.
We need a third for the panel.
Rico Rancho right now.
He's going home with Rico Rancho.
Not yet.
So I'm not done with you guys yet. There's
still
more
a
we
little
have to
more.
see, because there's more to talk about.
Oh no.
アキラちゃん大丈夫？
What the hell?
The most interesting part, we'll get to that.
遅えぞジゴロ
ジゴロ君
そうじゃねえよ他のやつならこんな夜中に
This is a very likable character.
俺は来ると信じてますね
That's good.
お前は地味でモテなくて影の薄い男だがダチが困ってるのを見捨てるような男じゃねえ断じてなかけるするわけねえなじみちょっと待て
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, exactly, our hero.
Thank you! Thank you!
What a hero!
In the middle of the night, when he is most injured, his friend comes out in a nightgown because he sleeps with his sisters.
Okay.
Possibly literally, I'm not sure. But he sleeps in the same bed as them. But he still comes out in the middle of the night to save his friends. And what does Kakaru do? What does Fuckstick McQueen do?
Pick him out of the driver's seat and says, my ride.
Exactly.
Of course, as we all know, you take him by the shoulders and you say, hey look, everyone at school, including me, thinks you're a piece of shit. But you know what? You're the best piece of shit there is. Fuck you, Grand Theft Auto.
And it's the best, but you can just chase it down.
They're not very fast.
But
Anyway.
remember when I said there's a pedophile on this show?
I really don't.
They went, oh.
Oh, I
木
would
崎
too.
です何をしているんですか音谷さん経済産業省の参事官であるあなたが
God, he looks like a
保健室いいとは思わないかねみずみずしい男子高校生たちが私の前でお願いします先生お願いします
あなたの痛いつかけるといい
どうだい彼らの様子は
I think the only reason that character was included was for humor.
Yeah, they think it's a joke.
What is...
Make the hero look less
I didn't think about that one. That's the only thing that's another thing I can only think of.
So, I learned something about myself after seeing this show. I picked that particular scene because I learned that apparently I have a moral compass.
Yeah, there's a worse one.
There's
It's
a,
always great when you find where your actual north is.
I know, right?
there's a scene
I don't
where...
want to be that guy. That's what it is.
Yeah. There's a scene where he lures one of Kakaru's friends
I think it was the one
to
that
a
with the
bathhouse,
motorcycle.
and then in the next scene you see the kid running away because he was in the middle of a molestation and got away. I was about ready to capture that footage, and I said,
No.
You know what?
Standards. We have standards.
Your moral code kicked in so far.
I like to think that I'm a good man, even though I make people watch a Serbian film. But I'm still a good man.
What is this, the Serbian film?
Don't worry about it. You don't need to know about
Ask
it.
questions.
Don't Google it.
Go on iTunes, download our episode. You'll find
Yeah,
out.
listen to our episode on iTunes.
Look, this is a 16 plus show. I can't talk too much
No,
about
no, no, no. We're not talking about
I
that.
can't even give
Please.
you a description without breaking fucking laws.
No.
Okay, so I have one more clip to show you guys. I want to remind you, this is not a hentai. This was aimed at teenagers.
You're lying.
Thank you.
三角木馬だろこれは。この形に他のどんな意味がある？
これは三角関数で
This is happening.
三角
Oh, Paul, they don't even know how much worse it gets.
さあ、君自身の手でこの問題を解きたまえ、アイリス君。
木崎です下の名前で呼ばないでください
何を言う？貴様はアイリンではないか。アイの水族書いて、アイリン。そうだぜ、アイリンちゃん。
Like, what the fuck? Why are you angry?
恥ずかしい。それでも教師か。
Chloe has like romance.
偉そうなことを言っていても。
That character is not a hero. That character is probably not as diabolical, but she's pretty diabolical.
This show.
Lesser of two evils.
Exactly. I'll agree with you on that 100%. At least she's not trying to rape a teacher.
So, after seeing that scene, I didn't just want to take a shower. I wanted to take a shower in fire.
I think I wanted to die.
I wanted to rub bleach in my eyes and make it go away. I got very drunk.
I did too, but drinking didn't help.
But also, that brings up another thing about the show. This show does not like gay people. The only lesbian on the show is a bitch. Like, she stopped a potential rape, and she's framed as the bad guy. She did what everyone should have done in that situation. Instead of egging them on, all those people should have went up and just beat the shit out of Fuckstick McQueen. This show is diabolical on a level that I never thought I'd find. And this, like I said, meant for teenagers.
This is the worst one you found?
No.
It's pretty bad. It's not the worst.
I got a small list myself, but I'll make you question.
I mean, at least this one was only 12 episodes.
Some of them were 60.
Earlier this year, we had to do Bobo Bo Bo Bobo Bo.
Speaking of 60 episode.
I'm the really fucked up playing like on this stuff. You know what Akikan?
Didn't someone suggest that one? Which one? What'd you say it was again?
I'm probably butchering the name, but it's like Kadoma no Jikan. It's bad.
Oh, we got a lot of recommendations.
Yeah, I'm probably misremembering.
If this got you to north on your moral compass, that one will at least get you north and south.
So another one I won't be doing, is that it?
Probably
okay,
not.
Yeah.
Well, put it this way, when you have females of a second and third grade age openly and regularly hitting on their homeroom teacher, with hopes of actually getting them into bed and like dressing as such.
Perfect one for me not to watch. Love it.
But a perfect reason to give someone a prize. Come on, I will give you. What's your way?
I was warned by one of my friends years ago not to watch it, but I did it anyway.
Because you're telling us to watch horrible garbage, because you want my brother to suffer more, and I'm a good brother, go fuck yourself, you get a bunch of coasters.
Oh, enjoy.
Hey, look, like I said, I may be an asshole, but I'm not a fucking asshole. So we could go on about what's horrible about this all day, but why take it from two assholes sitting in the front of a room in front of two microphones that obviously look like robot penises? Let's move on to what the people at large think. This is a review from a man named R.C. MacDonald. And to sum it up, he says, this was just a hilarious series. They were very creative too, just like your sentence structures. To think a certain juice can change into a girl when sipped. Make some interesting situations for the owners of these cans.
No, it doesn't.
The only problem I really had was the jokes were starting to get a little stale towards the end.
A little fucking stale. They were doing that last name running gag that just kept them falling flat every fucking time.
Let's put in more pedophile jokes.
Yeah, that's always great.
That's
Trying to be clever.
That's what makes the world go round.
Yeah.
So, again, this person is giving a good review for this. But still, look it. These aren't out of 4. These are out of 5. 3.5, 3.0, 3.5, 4.0. They're still saying.
But it's a great anime.
This is a great anime. But I still can't bring myself to. It's like there's a front brain saying, "This is what I want to say," and then there's the back who's like, "You're fucking lying.
You're an idiot. What are you talking about?"
It's going on Newgrounds review rules.
Ah.
What's up?
It's going on Newgrounds review rules.
Oh, jeez, I've been to Newgrounds in fucking years.
Markiplier does it.
Yeah, that's news to me.
So I'm not going to read this entire fucking. What's up?
If you'd like a recommendation, I've never really watched it. I think it's called like Kiss X Sis. And it's about like
All incest. It's all.
it's about like a brother and like his stepsisters, and they're like in a love triangle.
Which one?
Do you think we're just looking for shit for, like sisters fucking brothers?
Yeah.
What do you think of us?
Yeah.
Why do I do this
Come on, what
podcast?
did I just watch? Your human garbage disposal. Either you sons of bitches. What's up?
Kiss X Sis. They are ugly.
They're step brothers.
That's always how they get around it. The stepbrothers, stepsisters.
Yes, but the parents want
The parents want them
It
together.
gets weird.
Hey, what better way to control
Come
your
on.
kid's sex life?
Come on up. You got swag.
I'm actually running out of garbage gifts to give to people.
Give her South Park.
So here is a CD of video game music played live.
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
No, you should definitely throw that right there up there with the other one. though. Kiss X Sis is
Look, the next person to come up and give us more recommendations about people fucking anyone or anything, you're getting business cards and that's it.
Everyone that's not
Alright, I do want to get back to this though.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not going to read this guy's entire fucking essay.
Yeah, hell no.
But he does say, however, despite all that, this is not a very fancy looking series. Told you I'd get back to it.
Amen.
Art is clearly a step down when compared to others of the period. The characters are also rather cookie cutter. If you consider pedophile cookie cutter.
I guess.
If it wasn't for the rather original plot, this series would have a more generic label. And honestly, I watch a lot of different things. Like, I am an anime fan, but I'm not going to, when it comes to these things, these very specific things, I'm not going to really shit on it the way I shit on most other things. If it's a horror movie, fine. So when people like this who have seen it, this person has seen a lot of anime, I say, okay. But it's also very telling when you look at the other things that they read or watch. For example, despite seeing a lot of anime, I don't think I can trust anyone who gives Battleship 4 stars, which is an empirically bad movie. So, the next... This one is by Norman Wolfe. Strange premise, but the story is fun. Lots of twists and turns, but in the end, the protagonist has made many more friends. Bullshit. I wouldn't mind a sequel continuing the story.
Please don't. Well, they all are all the reviewers men.
I don't know.
Not men.
Men, no, not men.
I have
Not the guy that's
no idea.
Sounds like sex
Brutally murdered.
All right, how about this? I have a canvas print of Link from Legend of Zelda. I'm going to give away. If anyone can convince me why a sequel would be a good thing.
You can't possibly be any worse.
Ooh.
Oh!
They won't, they could.
I'm not saying it's okay to murder a pedophile. I'm just saying I'm willing to watch it.
That would make the second series
It's
a
okay.
more
People in
fun.
style.
But of course,
Norman Wolfe have any other reviews?
Oh, we're getting into Norman.
does Norman Wolfe have any other reviews? I mean, he did give 1 star to the inner world of farm animals, their amazing social, emotional, and intellectual capacities.
You know he's intellectual great when his first sentence is, I was raised on a farm.
Yep. Also, you should always trust somebody who's willing to take the time to give 5 stars to nacho cheese popcorn seasoning. Why bother, Norman? We know it's delicious. Why bother taking the time?
I just got to my TV parade of nacho cheese.
But as much as he is right about nacho cheese seasoning, he did give 4 stars to what did I just watch's greatest disappointment of the year, Wolf Cop.
Wolf Cop, we thought was going to be amazing. This is a scene where the wolf's transformation starts with his penis.
Yes. Yeah, that should spell out awesomeness.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But it was boring. So I'm sorry, Norman Wolf. Take your popcorn seasoning and your creepy book about farm animals and get the fuck out of here.
Is it bad enough to be almost good to watch?
Almost. Not quite.
Do you like Canadian exploitation? Did you know that was a thing?
Did you know? Well, it is, and that's what it is.
Canadian exploitation?
So this is
a fake
Canadians.
This is not a fake person.
This is, believe it or not,
This is Fang. When I showed you 5 stars on Amazon, this is the only 5-star review. And this was weird. Of course, the review reads, "This is a great DVD at a great price. I received it super fast. You should order yours now."
Sounds fake.
I thought it was
I
fake.
agree.
Thought it was
It does sound fake.
Yeah.
Especially when you really get into their profile and you realize that there is nothing under their profile that's less than 5 stars. And it's the same review over and over again. So obvious troll, but it's so specific in what it's going for. Most of the account is Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Lots and lots and lots of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's not to say that they didn't. That's not to say that they didn't give other things. You can see there's a dongle in the corner for your CD. They gave 5 stars with the same review. Like a cat tree, 5 stars, same review. So I'm starting to go like, who is this person? What are they doing?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
And so
they have to be a...
Card games on
I want you guys, based off what I just showed you, how old is this person?
35.
13.
35, 13.
56. 12.
I
27.
think 16.
45.
10?
It's you.
You caught us, it was me!
45.
86.
Woo!
Young
because...
No?
This says, I purchased this product for my grandson for Christmas. He loved it. It's a good, stable product. Thank you very much. This is a 60 to 70-year-old person.
Not grandpa or grandma.
Do you like? Let's run
Who
through-
said it right? Who guessed closest?
70 fucking years old.
Oh, yeah.
What do we got left?
Grandpa,
Crap, all we got left are all the projects that everyone said fucking no to.
I'm listening.
Metal Gear Solid, Evolve,
It's a Metroid print.
Metroid.
Wait, they made Evolve freaking...
Pop figure?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
That's
South Park,
awesome.
Stick of Truth.
Who said no to that?
Everybody.
You dicks.
Comic books.
Your choice.
Fuck it, if you want this keychain, you can have that too. I also have this thing.
Sure.
Take your pick. The world is yours.
World is your oyster.
I'll take the oyster.
There's
Fine,
the
take the
oyster.
fucking oyster. I don't know, Martin. All you have on the table is garbage.
That's right. The ship right there. Oh, yeah.
I probably should have been giving these away if I was a fucking professional.
Oh, yeah. The most businessy business cards you've ever seen.
I have clothing, PopCap figurines. I have stuff on the table worth money, and he takes the fucking keychain.
Hey, the keychain's real great, man. I don't know.
All right, but in closing, Paul, what are your final thoughts on Akikan?
Oh, it should have been, like we were touching on earlier, it really should have just been the first, the whole plot of the overall series should have been the last 2 episodes, you know? Or maybe like an introduction of the first 2. But instead of being more action-based, they went complete harem. And went all pedophilia all up on me. And I just did not like that shit, man. I can't do it.
I'd like to say that this show...
It's what we do.
This show is basically forgotten, and for a good reason. Not only is it offensive, not only does it have no substance, not only does it have... It's not even that pretty to look at. It's fucking boring.
Would it be fun to watch High?
No!
It wasn't.
That's supposed to make everything better.
I know.
We tried everything.
I feel so bad for you now.
We do this for you guys.
Double zero is
For you.
zero.
So what I'm saying is it has no style, it has no grace, and in fact its style has a funny face.
Fuck it, he already has shit. Fuck it.
I mean, that's fucking.
Don't do that.
You got the thing that everyone else was jealous of.
They didn't turn this into an English dub yet, have they? Please.
I don't
no.
think so.
This is on Hulu.
Wait,
It is on Hulu.
You can find an English dub on YouTube.
Is there an English dub on YouTube?
Yeah, there's an English dub on YouTube. This is why I love doing these things. You all are so fucking pissed off. Like, what? Oh my god, there's an anime online that's free, and it's dubbed? Those fucking monsters! How dare they?
Well, in fairness to the
It's not the
dubbing.
fact that it's online and it's free and it's an anime. It's the fact that there's a pedophile in it and it's free and then it's online. And
It's so weird that someone took the time to actually be the pedophile character.
Do they just like leave the dialogue? Because imagine like they could just change the entire dialogue, but there's nothing you could really do to disguise.
It's still
what's
fucking
going on.
bad. It's still real fucking bad. I saw some of it before I realized that people at these conventions would love to actually see, and thankfully so, a subtitled version. And there is a
Terribly
I think
translated,
there
by the
is
way.
probably some difference in the translation.
I've seen it for kids version.
All it is is people walking into a room, they don't say anything, they just look at it. Hi, how's it going? Great, outside. That's it. This is my fist! That's it, yeah, just leaves.
But hey, our time is about up. But thank you guys so much for coming. We're What Did I Just Watch? You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, if you like that shit. You can find us on iTunes and Stitcher. Like I said.